Hey guys, welcome to the Foam Frontier. It's Luke, and today we're going to be talking about the N.E.R.F Elite Mega Magnus. This is obviously one of the Mega line with the very obvious Mega print on the side. And it's a very definitive new color scheme of red and orange with some gray handles mostly. I actually really like the new color scheme. I think it definitely makes it stand out that this is a new line and it's completely different than pretty much than it was before. They're going for a lot longer ranges than they even were before with these new crazy big mega darts. Comparing them to regular elite darts, it's a pretty noticeable difference. You can actually fit an elite dart inside of this tube of the barrel of the dart. I'm a big fan of this gun. It has it has a really cool feature, I think, which is the implementation of an internal magazine. If any of you have the Mega Centurion, that tried to do the clip-fed idea that they've been using with elites, but I just feel like it doesn't work with this size of a dart. It makes the clip way too large. It just doesn't. It wouldn't work very well. Anyway, so to work this magazine, you half prime it. It doesn't auto-return, which it makes sense because it's an internal magazine, but I always like the auto-return feature of the single shots, like the side strike and everything. There's already 2 darts in there because I was firing this before the video a little bit, but you just simply load the dart in through this little breech compartment, and it sticks in there, and then it's ready to go. It holds 3 darts only, so you do have to make sure you have some sort of, if you're using this as a primary, you need to have some sort of bandolier or just some way to carry the mega darts, which are a little bit clunkier to carry because they're so much bigger. But this is so much more accurate, you'll probably have to use a lot less darts. Some other features of this gun: it has a tack roll on the bottom, which is cool, so you can use, say, the new chainsaw tack rail thing that you put on and it makes the chainsaw sounds. And since this blaster is so gigantic compared to like the double shot, another pistol, it's basically a primary size. You wouldn't really want to carry this around in some bulky holster or something. This is a primary blaster. And it also has a carabiner or attachment point on the bottom of the handle. It has a really nice size handle. I mean, again, I have tiny hands. I'm like 5'6", something like that, and I have very small hands. So most blasters have comfortable handles for me, but I don't think anyone with large hands would complain about this. I mean, there's 2 fingers worth of extra space at the bottom of this handle for my hand, and the trigger well is very spacey. The trigger pull is, I mean, just as smooth as all the other spring-loaded blasters. I like this because you could probably two-hand it and feel like you're sort of going Stormtrooper or something like that, but you could also very easily like one-hand it or hold it like this back at the grip, because it's very light. It's not clunky feeling, even though it's so giant. I've used it a few weeks ago at a N.E.R.F war, and I used it as a primary, and it didn't feel really clunky at all, so that was awesome. If you guys were wanting a firing test of this blaster, I came to find out that where I'm living right now, there's actually a law that says, like, that includes N.E.R.F blasters, that you can't use them outside, actually. So I figured it'd probably be better to not fire my blaster outside and possibly get all of my N.E.R.F blasters confiscated. I would rather not have to, you know, restart my $100 or so collection of blasters just for a YouTube video. So sorry about that. If you'd like to see a range test or a firing test, there's a lot of other big YouTubers. If you want to see a range test specifically, I think you should go check out Random Shadow 09, I believe is his exact username, but if you just search Random Shadow range test in the search bar, you should be able to find it for the Magnus. He does that for basically every blaster that he can get his hands on. So if you're looking for a range test from Busby with like actual exact measurements, he puts out a couple 100-foot tape and shoots in a grassy field. So if you are curious about the actual ranges, check out Random Shadow 09. So now, to get right down to it, should you buy this blaster? Well, I really think you should. Minus the fact that you'd have to buy completely new darts for it. So if you have, say, a collection of only elite blasters, that might be a downside to you, but I mean, they're not really that expensive. If you're already buying blasters for wars and stuff, you probably have enough money to spend on a couple packs of the elite mega darts that I think you can get 10 for like $6, something like that, depending on where you go. And so don't let that dissuade you unless you're really tight on cash. But if this is the first blaster you're getting, then by all means I think you should get it, because then you would be buying the same amount of darts and they're basically the same price as you would be spending on the elite darts. And I mean, this thing is just a beast. It may only hold 3 darts, but I mean, you're spending $12 for this blaster, and if you get it at certain spots, you can get it with 9 darts of a refill pack already. So you get 3 darts that come with it, plus 9 more darts. And then you could buy a 10-pack for like $6 on top of this. So you're spending like $20 for like 23 darts or something like that. Something awesome like that. And this thing has... It's very powerful. It's very intimidating. I know being on the other end of a Mega Blaster is very intimidating because they whistle almost every time you shoot it. And the blaster makes this really incredible thump that like echoes down a hallway, and they just sail way further and way more accurately than any elite blaster. So if you're looking to dominate your friends with other stock blasters from like the elite line, or even from the N.E.R.F line, anything back before this would just destroy them. I was getting people out in our N.E.R.F war that didn't even realize they were getting shot at. These darts just sail. So, should you buy this blaster? For $12, I definitely think you should buy this blaster. So, thanks for watching the Foam Frontier. I hope to see you back here again.